Hello and welcome to the Nerd Word. I am Landis.
Steve.
Matan.
Mitchie.
Brittany.
And today we're going to talk about Agent Carter Season 1. We got Season 2 starting up. What we're going to do is kind of do a little recap of Season 1. We got two brand new fans, hopefully fans, that have never seen the show and basically binge watched the whole thing for this episode. What do you think about this compared to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I enjoyed this way more than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The eye-rolling moments were kept to a very minimum in this series. It didn't rely on gimmicks. It relied on a good story and good characters.
I do get your point where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. can get a little corny.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't need the effects. I need a good story, and I need characters that I care about, and I feel like they delivered that. Let me get some characters that I really want to get behind. Jarvis is my man crush currently.
Yeah, well, I think you and Matan share that man crush.
Big time.
And
Big
Brittany.
time.
Big time.
And Brittany.
Really just,
Probably
I
the only one that-
think, probably.
Brittany, you're a fan of Marvel. You've watched all the movies, but you've never seen this. What do you think?
I thought it was kind of slow. I thought it was kind of boring. I loved that Chad Michael Murray was in it, and he hasn't aged in 10 years. I thought Jarvis was extremely charming, and I wanted to marry him immediately.
And I know this is a different type of show that you're used to.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's very different from Marvel because of the era and the time and all that. But
And I'm much more like comedy kind of driven. I felt like it took forever to get to the like interesting stuff. And then when it got there, fucking season was over.
Matan, what do you think of this show?
I thought it was phenomenal. I would say I liked it more than Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Jarvis and Carter are just the best couple in TV history, even though they're not a couple. Just in general, I thought it was done very, very well. And I like it, especially knowing kind of the history behind it. I mean, it was supposed to be a miniseries, and then it got such good press, and so many people watched it. They were like, well, hell, let's make it.
Yeah, might as well, yeah.
I love the show. I watched it myself all the way through, and then I showed it to a friend of mine, so I watched it again all the way through, and then I showed it to him all the way through. So I've seen the first season 3 times. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate that because it was a miniseries, it had one storyline for the whole thing, although each episode was its own story arc. On the romance side of things, I think Peggy can be with literally any character on that show. I ship her with literally every single person.
No, she should be with me, though.
She has chemistry with every single character. I ship her with the women, I ship her with the men, I don't care.
I loved it. It wasn't slow.
Dang, straight into the camera.
It wasn't slow.
Committed.
No, because, okay, here's the thing.
He's like,
Yeah.
dang.
Here's the thing with Marvel, and here's the thing that I didn't like about Captain America. That's a very white, male-centric time in history. And Captain America made it seem like, oh, we got blacks and Asian and World War II. Not really. But this hit up that she came from being a badass and a hero to like being treated like garbage, like a second-class citizen. And I like that they risked going there. She literally saved the world. Captain America did shit. I'm sorry, he didn't. It was her. She did all the work and literally got none of the credit. She came back to an America or an agency that treated her like garbage. We see it from the first episode. So I like that they went there. And then eventually she had to prove herself again. And also we gotta realize that this is the beginning of the Marvel Universe. Like, we've had the first superhero, and we start seeing Howard Stark, his rise to whatever he's going to become, and the beginning of the Black Widow whatever program where we're training the girls. The Russian girls, yeah, the Russian girls. What were your favorite parts? Like, what were your favorite setups? Let's ask that.
Matan brought up an interesting one. You seem to want an amorous kind of relationship
It's not
to
gonna
develop.
happen.
I don't think it is
It's not
either.
going to.
And I don't think they
boning.
set it up.
You want boning.
Yeah.
I want major.
Boning.
Yeah.
He has a wife.
Because they actually set it up for Agent Sousa and Agent Carter to perhaps explore that next season. I like that the season was not dependent upon a romantic relationship.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, good.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I like
Good.
that.
Did we
I like
all
that they
just
hinted
Yeah.
agree on a
Yeah,
thing?
I think so.
Because
Wow.
because every time you have a female lead, it has to be some romance to it, and it
No,
gets
she was
old.
Yeah, I like that a lot about her
Yeah.
character. She
Because
was,
they use the romance to give the lead substance, but she's such a
She already has it,
Yeah,
and plus we
like-
saw the romance with Captain America, so we don't need.
I think that the whole romance thing, what I liked about it was there were elements of it with Sousa and with even Howard.
Yeah.
And well, and that's the thing, like, there was these elements of it for almost every single character, even Jarvis.
She lives in a freaking brothel with women that she has to follow rules. I mean, how stupid is that?
I liked that. I liked that no men above the first floor.
Of course, Grandpa did. Go
Yeah.
shop for a virgin Grandpa.
This was a reminiscent of a time where people had more values, I believe.
I was really upset when in Iron Man 3 they didn't give me a Mandarin. And there's theories that our doctor, the reason that he can do that with a ring, and that's one of the 10 rings of the Mandarin. My hope of hopes is that actually gets played out and we see that go on to season 2, which will be in LA, by the way. Watching all the Marvel movies, where's the Marvel base? Everything's West Coast.
You know why? Our weather's better.
What are you guys expecting for season 2? What do you want to see?
Well, something that I really liked about season 1 was that it is set in like the mid to late 40s, and back then it was really hard for a woman to kind of make her way and make a career for herself and be taken seriously at that. And what I really liked about it was that Peggy's kind of recognizes how bullshit that is.
Yeah.
And she's constantly like, I don't care what other people think about me, and I know my value. And what I really like about it is she gives a lot of those good lessons like to the audience. Haley has mentioned little girls will come up to her and be like, I know my value too. And she's like, oh my god. You know?
I would cry.
I really hope that that sort of theme continues. And I'm sure it will, because that's a large part
Well,
of
that's the
show.
character, though. That is her.
Exactly, and that's something I really admire about
Yeah.
the character and the show, is that they have that really strong message in there that, like, this is bullshit and it needs to be changed. And hopefully people will realize that we're still kind of fighting that battle.
Yeah.
I make a very sad and ominous prediction. Jarvis is a sacrificial lamb. He's gonna die at the end of it.
There's a reason why Tony Stark has Jarvis as an AI,
Yeah,
so
so
he has to raise them or something. There has to be a connection there. Jarvis has to be in his life somehow.
He could be a
Unless
story
they
or a
do-
legend that Tony heard about growing up about this man.
Predictions for Howard Stark's character, because he's sort of exonerated by the end of it. I think that there's still something to be explored with
I think,
his...
I don't know, I could be wrong, but I think that he might be like the Q of this world. Like, he's the gadget guy starting up this whole agency.
I liked how they touched on, like, all of his inventions were, like, horrible inventions.
Yeah.
Why would you build it? Like,
Well, because they were
He
all.
didn't know.
He always intended it to be something else. Like
yeah, like the midnight oil.
Yeah,
or
or
like
like
them
the-
going, not to get them murdering.
Or like the jacket was meant to like keep them warm
Warm,
when they're
yeah.
going through the tundra, but it
Yeah.
ended up being, you know,
blow up
explosive.
suit, a boom boom
yeah.
suit.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, can I say, like, I never cared for Chief Dooley, but that
yeah.
The
moment
moment,
Yeah.
when
Oh,
he
yeah.
starts shooting the window and jumps out, I bawled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
was-
lost
Wow.
it.
And
I was the same
That
way.
like I couldn't keep going for a while. I had
Yeah.
like it really affected me.
And I have no
And
feeling.
that's what makes the show really good in my eyes, because even the most racist and people that you hate,
People that are super dislikable.
yeah, like the dicks, eventually
They
even
die
have a
and
good
you see,
side.
like,
Yeah, they have
There's a
some good to them as well.
redeeming nature. That's
Yeah.
why I
Like
think
Darth
this is...
Vader.
Yeah. That's
All
another
right.
reason why I
Sorry.
like this show better than S.H.I.E.L.D., because the characters are more
All right,
complex.
so Matan, since you're the
They're
hardcore
more
fan,
lifelike,
like,
they're more real.
what storyline would you like to see, or what do you think is going to happen?
We're going to start seeing a more personal life story of Carter and of Jarvis. I feel like we are going to meet his wife. I do see some sort of storyline of possibly her being involved and maybe dying, and it's going to make Jarvis even more,
You would kill his wife for your romance.
I mean, I would mind. I just see that as a potential storyline, a mini storyline. And then I think the same thing with Carter, because we don't really know much about her. We know the kind of strong person she is, the strong character she is, and we don't really know who she is, though. But I feel like it's going to be more personal for season 2, from both Jarvis and Carter, possibly even Howard.
The saving grace for me is that, because it's not 22 episodes, that the writers can focus on this limited and make
Exactly.
it really as tight as possible. I'm with you, but I think they have to, because we know she has children that are tied to the Marvel Universe.
Who does she have offspring with?
I don't know. We don't know.
Wow. We didn't talk about eye-rolling moments. There are only a couple, all right? We brought up the midnight oil, right? They go and open a canister in a movie theater to test it out. I didn't buy that. That's just a perfect opportunity for you to invite the cops to kind of follow your trail, which is exactly what they did.
Well,
But
their goal all along, well, for Evchenko at least, was just basically to ruin Howard Stark's life.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a calculated risk. Like, yeah, they wanted to test it, but at the same time, he just wants to fuck Howard Stark's life.
And it was going to be blamed on him.
And
Like,
so
everyone was going to
he-
blame on him
exactly.
anyway, so yeah.
It's got Stark's name on
Yeah,
it.
I would take the risk, because everyone was after Stark. If you know that you have an organization that's hell-bent on getting Stark and nothing else, I can take any risk I want. It's like, he's going to get the blame for it, regardless of it.
The government is already after Stark.
Yeah.
That's the man they want. They're looking for any excuse to
Yeah.
get him, so they see a canister with Stark on it. And they're like,
Like, oh, there we go, there's the proof.
It was just because there were people in the SSR that knew that this was all stolen, and they knew there were other people behind it. That's why they were able to kind of...
all right. I can buy that, I guess.
Wait, what the fuck is Leviathan? Is it like a thing? Is it like a organization?
I only have
I think
theories.
What is your theory?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What are we going to see
No
next season
kind
from
of-
Leviathan, if anything?
it could be kind of like Hydra has existed prior to. So you had a Leviathan that became a Hydra. So
I would be so upset if that happened.
I
Is
would
that the
agree with
only
it.
bad organization we can have in the Marvel Universe?
And that's the thing.
Hydra?
But
Haven't they tried
kind of
anything else?
they-
Like, how many times does Hydra have to die?
they alluded to it with the Planet episode. This is how it used to look. This is how it is. This is the new logo.
And
This is
then
the new logo.
the heart
So, and
with
it
the
could have,
squiggly line.
and they could have been called many different names prior to that. I wouldn't necessarily be happy about that because I feel like they could make something big about it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if that's how they go.
How do we feel that the show's moving to LA?
I'm gonna miss New York.
I'm gonna miss New York too, but I will say it's gonna be an easy transition for them to make. I can see it totally in Los Angeles in the 40s.
I think it's exactly how it should happen because, like we were mentioning, everything is in LA, San Francisco,
West
and
Coast,
West
yeah.
Coast. This is the origins of it. So obviously they have to be here to really start it.
I'm excited to see like old Hollywood. My only concern is just I hope that it's done well, that it makes sense that everybody kind of moves over there. I hope it's not
Alright.
super convenient that everybody kind of goes.
I like to think that Howard Stark would not want to set foot in New York after all the mess, so they basically, hey, let's get the F out of there and go there. I want to see old Hollywood. I like everything about old Hollywood. Let us know what you think about what might happen this season. Give us your comments, opinions. Until next week, my name is Landis.
Steve?
Natan?
Mitchie?
Brittany.
Have a good week. I did not want to brush my hair or shave today. Fuck it. 3, 2, 1. Hello, I'm Landis and this is my sexy hat.
Hi, I'm Mitchie!
There we go, like that.
That really hurt.
Just less
That was
annoying,
grating
less
on me.
whiny.
Wow.
Do the voice, do the voice.
I don't want to.
3, 2, 1. Freaking unprofessional.
That was great.
Yeah, that's Gramps. Fuck my life.
You can do this.
Here, I can do it.
I guess that's where I differ from most of nerdery. I won't give an entire day of my life to something.
It's not about you! Well, if someone wasn't on their phone.
It wasn't just this wham, bam, thank you, and I'm gone. How do you explain the baby boom?
Let me talk to some sober people. Let's wrap this up because I'm hungry. 2 Werther's originals for that one?
Did anyone notice that Buzz
Yeah.
from Home Alone was in the series? I want to see the Brown Derby in its heyday.
And this is how I feel when I talk to you about any geek stuff.
I should have been born about 80 years before I actually was.
Until next week, I'm Landis.
Grandpa.
He is not listening.
Until next week, I'm Landis.
I'm Natan.
I kind of want to get a slate and do the whole slate thing. Like, take 27.
Oh, God.
I'm
no.
Steve.
Alright, here we go.
No.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I think everything that I've said tonight should be omitted.
We don't need more bloopers.